In the US, there's a really shortness of knowledge and awareness of the destination, so to be able to rely on an ITO that has the experience with the product in that is really important for us. We are a relationship market, so it's very important for, especially with Western Australia, that we have operators coming to the market, engaging those buyers that are selling in Australia, and particularly, hopefully, Western Australia, that they have those relationships. We've got a couple of things, like we've got a website called coastnorthamerica.com, and it's a website which is essentially a database where designed specifically for Australian product to engage with the US. What's really great about it is it covers the US and Canada, and they simply go to the site if they have a particular specialty. Let's say I specialize in groups, or if I'm a luxury operator, and they can click on and find out all those companies that are actually qualified by all of the states of Australia that sell luxury travel. It's a great resource for them, and it's specifically designed with contacts for them as well, so it's a great tool. And we have a number of roadshows. We have Australian Marketplace, which is probably the #1 event in the US that we hold, where we have operators come from all over Australia. We fly in about 36 wholesale buyers from Canada and the US to come in one-on-one appointments, sort of a mini ATE. They can't come over for that. There's certainly other ways that they can work with us as a tourism body. We have a quarterly newsletter that they can be a part of. We work together with the Aussie Specialist Program in particular, who are doing a great job in the US at the moment. We have a really unique wine region in Western Australia in the southwest. Not only is it a wine region, but it's a biodiversity hotspot where 60% of the flora and fauna can be found nowhere else on Earth. And that's a really special measurement for a wine region. In fact, the wine tasting's free. That's also a bonus, because in the States, the wine tasting does cost. Also, you've got the wildlife, so they can choose to either stay amongst the vines along an amazing coast in that wine region, or out in the forest. Kind of a special, unique area that our market love. Also, the iconic rock formations, sort of that red dirt, unique rock formations, the coastline, the big sky country. Pretty great for our market. They really are drawn to things like the horizontal waterfalls and bungles, and certainly the Kimberley cruising. The target market in the US that we are currently tailoring programs to are the 45 plus experience seekers. Tend to be more high-end. In fact, much of the direction that we do with media, we're dealing with high-end media or partners that actually specialize with people like American Express. They are looking for really unique getaways. So some of those properties that we have in far-flung regions really have great appeal, and they also tell them a great story before they get here. So if you're staying at places like Berkeley River Lodge, which there's only certain ways you can get there, and we're sitting in an area that not many people have traveled to or will ever travel to, those hit high marks with our market. On the Dispersion, primarily Perth and surrounds really would be the #1. Then it would be into the southwest. From there it will be the Coral Coast, Ningaloo Reef. It gets a lot of attention in our market, especially the swimming with the whale sharks. And currently the fact that they're taking on the humpback whale swims is going to really get a lot of attention in our market. We're already talking with media about it, and they're very excited about it. And then from there it would be northwest, and then we do particularly use a lot of imagery from the Golden Outback. So the Pink Lake, Lucky Bay, and that beautiful turquoise water with the kangaroo on the beach. Anything with wildlife from America gets a lot of attention, particularly Australian wildlife. They love the kangaroos, the koalas, all of those wonderful fuzzy animals that you have. But basically the way we are addressing consumers is through some of our airline campaigns. So we have campaigns with Qantas Airways, for example, new partnerships with Air New Zealand, which is fantastic because they now have services out of Houston. And we are the only state working together with the Middle East carriers out of the US. And what we're presenting as a point of difference is targeting the US East Coast into the West Coast of Australia. So using a Middle East carrier, we might start with someone like Etihad, who we're starting a campaign with next week. We're very much a trade-focused market. Actually, trade is king for us. Travel agents are still very much needed. Again, we're dealing with awareness to the destination. There are a number of flights that it takes normally for the average visit to Australia. So they'll go through a travel agent, and we work with a couple of consortia. Consortias are actually a parent body of a number of travel agents. Another channel, of course, would be online through some of the OTAs like Expedia or another way that they'll be booking. And through the wholesale buyers who do a lot of promotion, a lot of media buy to get attention to deals, and we definitely work with all of them to do promotions to Western Australia.